Hello, guys, and welcome back. From bad boyfriends to entitled besties. Let's get into it. Am I overreacting for feeling jealous after my boyfriend called someone else the woman of my dreams? So, my boyfriend and I, 23, have been together for a year. Everything has been great. We barely have any argument. We enjoy our time together, and I feel he supports me. Everything was perfect. But 2 days ago, we were walking, and a woman around the same age came to us screaming, excited. He looked at her and stared, screaming as well. They hugged and jumped together. At that moment, I genuinely thought it was a great friend or maybe a family member that he had not seen in a long time, and he was happy for them. They started chatting a little bit, and then he introduced me, not as his girlfriend, but by my name, and it was odd but okay. They continued catching up, really excited, and they exchanged phone numbers. I was just there. At that moment, I didn't feel wrong. I understood they were old friends and that was that. But after she went, he just kept looking at her until he couldn't anymore. Huh? Looked me right in the eye and told me, You just met. You just met the one that was the woman of my dreams. I was frozen. Didn't know what to say, so I just nodded. He didn't even realize I was shocked. We kept going, and that was it. But I've been thinking about this for 2 days, and it's driving me crazy. I don't feel ugly, and she's pretty, but in a different way. My friends are sure I should dump him, but I'm not sure. I kind of want to have a conversation with him and try to continue the relationship. There is a level of respect that you have for somebody when you're in a relationship with them. So I feel like that's a boundary definitely crossed. Even if the girl herself has no like intentions of like being with this person definitely is looking for, by this person I mean your man, is looking for like any slight chance, any little bit of like gap, and he'll be out. He will be on his way. Yeah, by the time he makes that statement, like it left his heart, it went up to his brain, it left his mouth, and he told it to you, his girlfriend. Oh yeah, you just met the woman of my dreams. How do you tell that to your partner though? Like that's just weird. That's weird behavior. Like that's just a level of like respect not there. It's just not there. It's like disregard for somebody's feelings. You kind of don't care how they feel. You don't care how the words you're saying to them affects them. He didn't even introduce his girlfriend. It was like, yeah, I know her. She's somebody. Nobody to worry about. Girl, he's playing in your face. Let's see what Reddit is saying. Make his dreams a reality and dump him so he can be with his dream girl. It's utterly disgusting that people say crap to their partners. He has no respect for relationship boundaries, nor respect for relationships, period. If he can say that casually, to be honest. Okay. The second he gets a chance of being with her, is the second he's going to dump you or cheat on you before dumping you. Your friends are right. Dump him and move on. Oh, okay, we have an interesting take here. I'm petty as hell, so I wouldn't even tell him why. Just some vague, I don't think we're compatible. Sorry, but this relationship isn't just the right one for me. Okay, yeah. I love this. You don't even tell him the real reason. You're just like, yeah, I just don't think you're the right one for me. No. Because telling him will only make him aware of his shitty behavior, and then he'll hide the fact that he wants to bang someone else. By not telling him, he might end up ruining his next relationship again, all by himself. Oh, okay. Because telling him makes him better at hiding it. Alright, another stick. I don't think you're reacting enough. Not only did he not introduce you to this girl as his partner, but he straight up told you to your face that she, not you, is the woman of his dreams. The moment he gets an opportunity, he will dump you for her and cheat on you. Leave him, find a man that thinks you're the woman of his dreams. Period. Honestly, what are you thinking telling your girlfriend that, yeah, that's the woman of my dreams? Are you sure that's your boyfriend? Not overreacting, but I agree with your friends. If your boyfriend doesn't think you, the woman he's in a relationship with, is the woman of his dreams, then why are you with him? He showed you in the most disrespectful way that you are not the woman he truly wants or desires. Leave him. Yeah, the wandering along with the lingered stare as she disappeared out of line of sight. It's that last part that's most telling. It wasn't a quick, oh my god, I had the biggest crush on that girl a long time ago. It was a yearning sort of moment, and there's no going back from that. I, I just think like even if there's nothing going on between them, I just think it's very disrespectful. Do you know how awkward it is, by the way? Like, for example, people, some of us were just naturally awkward. You know how awkward it is when you're walking with someone, they may not even be like a partner, it's just like a friend. You're walking with someone, and then someone they know just comes, and then they're jumping on each other, and like, oh my god, you know, and you're just standing there like, and imagine, so this is your partner now. A girl, random girl, you've never seen it before, comes and they're jumping on each other up and down, and you're expecting, oh hi, so this is my girlfriend. And like, oh, this is Tracy. Who's Tracy? Who's she? Who that? Right? And then they exchange numbers. Oh yeah, give me, let's catch up. And then, and then when she leaves, you're like, oh damn. Until your neck kind of like hurts a little bit, and then you're like, yeah, huh? Do you know how awkward it is? Like, I don't think I would confront someone like in that moment. I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't say anything because it's just a lot that just happened. And the fact that you don't recognize that you just made someone uncomfortable, that's weird. You need to make the person you're with, you need to make them like comfortable at all times. You know, if that's like your friend, like, oh yeah, this is, I don't know. It's just awkward. Just not just even in any of that like scenario. It's just a very awkward thing. So you surely know that your girlfriend is feeling uncomfortable from this whole reaction. Like perhaps some explanation without like even being asked for it. A conversation is the right step. Be honest and let him know how you feel since it happened and where he stands. If she came to him with open arms, what would be his honest response? Listen to him and trust your gut with what he says. Stay true to yourself and know what you deserve. A guy who thinks of you as his dream girl. Good luck. Honestly, I think asking him, oh, if she came with open arms, come on, he would deny that. He'll be like, no, I would never. That was a joke. But since you want the conversation, I think you should have the conversation. Another conversation comment here. It's definitely conversation worthy to give him the benefit of the doubt. There's a chance he said it because that's how he used to feel about her. And that's what came out when he opened his mouth. But the fact that he didn't introduce you as my girlfriend and just went with the curly 2002, is that a reference that I should know? I don't know. Is definitely concerning and makes me feel like you're right to be wary. Have a conversation, and if he tries to blow it off or says you're reading too much into it too much, then I'd be ready to end it. I kind of agree with this take. I do agree with this, but I feel like it's kind of like strike one, you know? It's definitely strike one. Like, what exactly are we doing? Exchange numbers. I may not even like be on that too much because I mean, this is someone you've not seen in a while. I don't know who this person is to you. And if it's like I just don't think I would mind the number too much. But it's everything around that. It's the introduction, it's the linked stare, it's the woman of my dreams. And then it's also, on top of that, it's the ignoring the whole situation. Like he didn't consider that, oh yeah, this maybe she didn't. He didn't think, oh, this might be an issue. So that to me, that would be like, this is definitely strike one. Like, what are you doing? You're not overreacting for sure. You're not overreacting. I think you're kind of confused. You're kind of like, what just happened? I think that's why you don't like reacting much. You're like, what just happened? What happened right now? You know? But you're definitely not reacting. Since it's not really you that's talking about dumping him, I feel like you will end up going back to him anyway. Like you can't give him a vague response like why are you dumping him, whatever. So I feel like have the conversation, hear what he has to say, and the things he has to say about the situation, about like his reaction to how you feel will be more telling. I think have the conversation, but you're definitely not overreacting. This is definitely red flag, like waving. Not overreacting. Moving on. Am I the jerk for walking out when my date showed up with his friend? I, 25 female, matched with this guy, 26 male, on a dating app. Let's call him Mark. Talked for about a week, and honestly, he seemed normal, funny, polite, consistent. Not overly flatty, not weird, not one of those guys who send one word replies and then disappears for 2 days. So when he asked me out for dinner, I said yes. We picked a casual restaurant, not expensive, not too formal, just something easy for a first date. I got there first, grabbed a table, and waited. About 10 minutes later, Mark walks in, but he's not alone. He comes in with another guy around the same age, his friend. At first, I thought maybe they ran into each other outside and the friend was just walking in with him, like they were about to split up. Nope. The friend sits down right across from me. Okay, so the friend is sitting here. And then Mark is sitting somewhere here or there. So in a date with the friend. All right. Okay. Mark smiles like everything is normal and says, "Oh yeah, this is my friend Josh." So Josh is sitting here. Okay. He was bored, so I brought him. Wanji, I just stared at him. What? I genuinely thought he was joking, like maybe Josh would leave after saying hi. But then Josh starts talking, asking me where I'm from, what I do for work, if I date a lot, like he's interviewing me too. I was so uncomfortable. It felt like I was being watched. I tried to keep it polite, but my brain was screaming. This was supposed to be a date, not a group hangout, not a test, not some weird two-on-one situation where I'm the entertainment. First of all, are you on a date with Josh or are you into Mark? So far it kind of seems like you're on a date with Josh. Is that the plan? Because we can roll with that. Mark, you can go home. Matchmaker. Josh is sitting right across from me. Josh is asking the questions. He's asking the dating questions. What's happening here? Am I supposed to be dating both of y'all? So I asked Mark quietly, why did you bring him? Mark laughed and said he didn't want it to be awkward. And this is not awkward? You don't think this is awkward? Which made no sense because now it was 10 times more awkward. I told him I came here to meet him, not his friend, and I was not comfortable with this. Mark immediately got defensive and says, Josh is basically like his brother, and I should not be acting like it's a big deal. Then Josh jumps in and says, yeah, chill, it's just dinner. Yeah, grab your bag and leave. Leave them on the date alone. Because it seems they just wanted to transfer their home situation trip to dinner with you. Leave them alone. Go. I don't think I would go past this point. Honestly, I would get up and leave. That annoyed me even more because now I'm being told to chill by a random guy I didn't even agree to meet because who are you? Who's telling me to chill? It's just dinner. I don't know you, my guy. So I stood up, put cash down for my drink, and I said I'm leaving. Yes, girl. Mark looked at me shocked and said I was being rude and dramatic. He said I embarrassed him and it made it seem like I did something wrong. He said I embarrassed him and made it seem like he did something wrong. Okay, so he doesn't think he did anything wrong. It's rage bait. It has to be. I told him he did do something wrong. He changed the whole plan without telling me. You know what would have been the noble thing to do here? If he felt it would be awkward, just the two of them, which is like, it's like, girl, this is a date. It's a date. Two people trying to get to know each other, meeting and talking. I don't know Josh. I don't know this other person. I agreed to meet you. So what are we doing? You could have been like, okay, listen, bring somebody, I'll bring somebody. Double date situation. Since we're all trying to be safe here, right? Is that what we're doing? This is weird. He changed the whole plan without telling me and put me in an uncomfortable situation. As I walked out, Josh literally laughed and said, "Guess she can't hang." Well, she didn't come to hang. She came to try and get to know somebody. Now, Mark has been texting me. Why is he still texting you? Why does he still have the ability to text you? Why is that a possibility that's available? Now, Mark has been texting me saying I overreacted, that his friend was only there because he gets nervous on first dates, and that I could have at least stayed and been nice. Been nice to who? I barely know you. You've been texting him for a week, so you barely know him as well. You don't know Mark. And like the decent thing to do, listen, being nervous on dates is normal. It's normal. The decent thing would be like, listen, I think you should come with somebody, and I'll come with somebody. That's fair, because that's like giving her a heads up, like, let's just have somebody to come. And also in that situation, I think, never mind. But I feel I'm not crazy for thinking this is weird. It's more than weird, girl. It's more than weird. It's more than weird. If he gets nervous, he could have at least told me beforehand, or chosen a less intense date, or met in public for a coffee, or anything other than surprising me with an extra person. Am I the jerk? Babe, you're not. He's the jerk because he's not even seeing what he's doing wrong. That just pissed me off. And the fact that he's trying to like downplay this, like, come on, you could have stayed. I'm with two strangers now, and this is like I'm dating both of you. You what gives Josh the permission, or like the what am I looking for? Like, why does Josh think he can ask me questions of where I work? Why is that a possibility that's happening? If you're so nervous on dates, Josh should sit in the corner somewhere, like watching over you, big baby. Because I mean, you can't do this on your own. You need like your emotional support friend over there. Why is he sitting across from me, asking me questions of, do I date a lot? Why is he doing that, bro? That would piss me off so bad. Like, yeah, this would get me. This would piss me off so badly. Oh no, you're not the jack, obviously. No, and like block him if you haven't already, because this is rubbish. This is. Let's see what we're saying. Not the jerk. Bringing a friend without asking is bad enough, but letting that friend interview you, that's what's getting me. That's what's getting me. Interview you and then telling you to chill is genuinely unhinged behavior. You didn't overreact. You didn't overreact. You didn't overreact. You under escaped. Under escaped? I don't know what that means. Okay, then OP says it's the audacity to act like nothing and even say overreacted. Like what? Yeah, an adult man who needs a buddy system to eat dinner is not ready to date. Honestly, what are we doing here? Like, you guys could have stayed home and like continued your little date situation, because what are you doing? You are traumatizing this poor girl. Do you know what it takes, guys? Do you know how much courage and I don't know what else it takes to be on a flipping dating app? Huh? I left that thing because I mental health. Guy, do you know what it takes? She's putting herself out there. And then she meets this bozo, decides to meet him in person, and this rubbish is going on. Come on, guys. What are we doing? No, this would proper get me. I would be proper pissed here. Okay. Also, just to be clear, this is assuming in the best case scenario in which he was being forthright about why the body was there. Their flippant attitude about boundaries and consent makes me suspect that there may be something more sinister going on, ranging from trying to coerce you into a three-way to literal human trafficking. Honestly, because that's actually weird. You know, we try to like we be trying to like give people the benefit of a doubt, like strangers, but like genuinely, why are you bringing someone else? And remember, this is like two men now, two men, two strange men. You don't know Mark, and you definitely don't know Josh. So like, w- this is two strange men that you're now eating with who might try and make this a dangerous situation for you. You know? This type of behavior can be the thin edge of the wedge for various bad actors. They brazenly cross boundaries in small ways to test your willingness to go along in order to avoid rocking the boat. And if you pass, they keep escalating until they get what they want. Don't give them an inch. I say this as a man. Okay. Not the a-hole. I personally think I would have freaked out. Two grown men showed up. I would have felt they wanted something or planned something. Not saying something is totally creepy. Block him and be happy you ran. Honestly, because they must have been planning something weird. Not the jerk. I think he dodged a bullet. Two bullets. Oh, girl, I'm sorry you went through that, babe. Okay, we have an analyst. Okay. This could go two directions. Josh was really bored, and Mark brought him as a friend and only think it was okay. If the date went bad, they have each other or something like that. That just shouldn't be like that at all. Okay, let's assume they came, right? But no. Why would you bring your friend to a date? Like I hear these stories about like girls who are trying to get like a free meal. But you see, it's all bad intentions. I've never had a story like this from a guy. This is very weird. It's low key like predatory. But why are you cornering a woman like that? Two, they were planning to rob or thought you would be promiscuous with them both on a first date. My god. Not the jerk. That's so creepy and weird. It's unsafe enough meeting a stranger as a woman. You risk being overpowered by your date. Meeting two men who don't seem to understand consent is a great reason to run. Yeah, definitely not the jerk. They're so weird. I'm sorry you went through that. And you literally left like just in time. Because we don't know what else they had going on. Moving on. Am I the a-hole for telling my best friend's boyfriend that he shouldn't date her anymore simply because I don't trust him? Hi Reddit, I'm struggling with a situation involving my best friend Sarah and her boyfriend Mike. Sarah and Mike have been dating for about 6 months. I've known Sarah for years and I care about her a lot. Over time, I noticed some behaviors from Mike that made me uncomfortable. For example, he can be controlling in small ways. He questions her plans a lot and sometimes makes dismissive comments about her friends. I've also noticed him being dishonest about minor things, which made me question his reliability. I've tried to keep these concerns to myself at first because I didn't want to interfere with her relationship. I also tried talking to Sarah about a few things, but she seems to dismiss my concerns. Recently, I spoke directly to Mike and told him that I don't trust him and that, in my opinion, he shouldn't be dating Sarah. I was trying to express my concerns honestly, but I realize now that it may have been overstepping boundaries. Sarah found out what I said and was hurt and upset. She told me it's her decision who she dates and that I shouldn't try to control her relationships. I understand her point, but I also feel like I was trying to protect someone I care about. I feel torn because I don't want to damage my friendship or cause conflict, but I wanted to express my perspective before it escalates any further. Am I the a-hole? Girl, what makes you think you have the right to go up to someone's boyfriend and tell them, listen, I don't like you for my friend. Go away. I'm breaking up with him. I'm breaking up with you for her. I'm her spokesperson. What gives you that right? Because you're her best friend? Babe, it doesn't work like that. You definitely overstepped a big boundary. The fact that you told your friend your concerns about her man and she was like, girl, it's fine. The fact you told her about it and she was like, no, it's okay, cool. That should have been your stop. That's where you end. That's where your role ends. You tell her, girl, that was a bit weird. And she's like, no, don't worry about it. Period. What then pushes you to go to her boyfriend? To be like, guy, listen, you and my friend? No, I don't like you for her. You don't decide who she dates. Ultimately, that's her decision to make. What are you doing? How dare you? That's a big boundary. However much you're concerned, it's not your place at all, at all, at all, at all. We understand your concerns, but it's not you who makes the decision to end the relationship. Don't do that. Don't be talking to your boyfriend about stuff like that. That's not your place. Don't do that. That's just you are definitely yeah, absolutely. That's just weird. What are you doing, girl? The hell? Let's see what Reddit is saying. You are the absolute irony of you complaining about Mike being controlling while you're trying to control Sarah's dating life. That's the thing. This can easily read as I'm jealous that my best friend isn't spending as much time with me and I want to split her up with her boyfriend so I can have that again. I think that's what's happening. Because even the reasons she was giving, even the reasons she was giving, it's like, for example, he can be controlling in small ways. He questions her plans a lot and it sometimes makes dismissive comments about her friends. I'm thinking you're talking about yourself here. I've also noticed him being dishonest about minor things, which made me question his reliability. Like, it's even the reasons you're giving, it's like, fine, it can be a big thing, but I feel like you're reaching. Like, we don't know context, but in this case, the way you're moving, we are doubting your reasons as well. Mm, mm. The way you're moving, your reasons may be invalid. Now, you know what you've done? Even if your concerns were like for real, you have now made Sarah doubt your whole concern thing completely. Because who do you think you are going up to her boyfriend and telling her this rubbish? So now, whatever concerns you had, she's like, girl, like, don't go away. You definitely overstepped a lot. That's crazy. You are the a-hole. I understand you were concerned and attempted to talk to Sarah, but she overstepped by talking to Mike, as he is not your friend. She dismissed your concerns, so now you just step aside and let things play out. This is where you choose to be there for her during the hard times, or call it quits and say it's her problem and you don't want to be involved when you try to warn her. Literally, your role as a friend is done at that point. That's what you could do. You helped help. You thought there were concerns. You pointed them out to her. She's like, yeah, girl, don't worry about that. So what do? You step aside and let things happen. Let it happen. Let it be. You don't go and behind your friend's back and talk to her boyfriend. What did you think was going to happen? Yeah, girl. Yeah, you definitely overstepped. You definitely overstepped and you are the a-hole. That's all I had today. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.